Well, guys, these illegal aliens in Alligator Alcatraz are finding out the honeymoon is over. If you didn't want to be in Alligator Alcatraz, you should have self-deported. That's what you should have done. And we got one illegal alien, guys. I believe he was in this country illegally since 2006. He's finding out in Alligator Alcatraz. Now, this guy already had his quote unquote due process. He was ordered deported 12, 15 years ago or something like that. And he didn't leave. He didn't leave. Now he's finding out the hard way in Alligator Alcatraz. And he knows, man, he's going to be deported. All of these dangerous criminal legal aliens in Alligator Alcatraz know that. This is why they actually are making phone calls, talk to the media, talking about the conditions are inhumane. But every time we see video inside of Alligator Alcatraz, the facility is clean. Every single time. I mean, these guys over there in Alligator Alcatraz, they don't have anything to lose. They know they're going to be deported. They can't stop it. So the only thing they do is whine and cry to media. And the media is delivering that message to the people. But guess what? They're finding out the people don't care. Folks, the more that these people complain about Alligator Alcatraz, the more it's going to deter someone else from coming into this country illegally. Now, over there is a hunger strike going on over there in Alligator Alcatraz. I believe it's actually day number 10 now. And this one illegal alien we're going to be talking about, he found out because he ended up in the hospital. This man is from Cuba. And I'm pretty sure he's not going to be in there for long. Now, something's telling me, guys, that maybe Cuba won't actually accept him back. And he could actually end up in a third party country, a la South Sudan, because Cuba doesn't take back all their illegals. Now, his wife is going to be on this NBC clip we're watching too. I'm wondering if she's also illegal as well. Why? Well, she's not speaking English. She's speaking Spanish. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that she's illegal too, but you would actually think, if you've been in the U.S. that long, you actually know English. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get into this. Right over here, guys, NBC. Alligator Alcatraz detainees on hunger strike for 10th day. Protesting conditions. Yeah, all these illegals, man, they are panicking over the quote-unquote conditions at Alligator Alcatraz. But yet and still, guys, when you actually watch this clip right here, they're going to show you inside of the facility. And it looks nice. Remember, this is a detention center. This is not a 5-star hotel. This is not the Waldorf Astoria. This is a place where you're supposed to be there temporarily, and then we ship you out of the country because you broke the law. Now, this is the guy right here, Pedro Hernandez right here. And he's talking about he's going to continue this hunger strike till they show us some respect. Well, guess what? You didn't respect this country enough to come in the right way. Let's go ahead and watch this clip, guys. Here we go.
A quien puede interesar esto, si a las personas no, le voy a explicar. Yo me llamo Pedro Lorenzo Concepción.
That's the voice of Pedro Hernandez. He's on the phone with his wife, calling from so-called Alligator Alcatraz. He said he was talking to anybody that was listening. Whoever can help us with what's going on here, we've all been hungry since Tuesday, Pedro says. He arrived from Cuba in the United States in 2006. He was arrested 4 years later and got a deportation order.
You heard that, guys? Even NBC is reporting this. 2006, he came to the country illegally. 4 years later, 2010, deportation order. And 15 years later, guys, this man never left. This is why he's in Alligator Alcatraz.
In July, during a routine visit to ICE in Miramar, the feds scooped him up. It was the last time his wife saw him. My husband was in prison. We make mistakes, but we learn from them and fix things, Damaris Hernandez says.
you Fitstings, he was already ordered deported and he didn't leave.
Thursday, she shared Pedro's plea for help from what he...
Look at that facility, man. Look how clean all that is. And they're complaining about it.
Pedro's plea for help from what he describes as deplorable conditions. It's also day 9 with no food. He's on a hunger strike with other detainees. I'm not going to eat another plate of food until they show us respect, Pedro said. Meanwhile,
Florida has struck an unholy bargain with the Trump administration.
Democrats in Coconut Grove held an emergency town hall denouncing the conditions at the detention center.
And so when people are forced into these tent cities with substandard conditions, we're going to see people irreparably harmed, not only for due process, but people are not getting their medication, they're not getting food, they're not getting hygiene, they're not being able to use the shower.
Man, anyway, you heard that word again, that phrase, due process. In the case of Pedro Hernandez, he already had his process. And he stayed here an extra 15 years, folks. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. Look here, man. Eric Doherty posts this right here. And look at this picture right here. Deplorable conditions. You have a bunk. You get 3 hots in a cot. Hey, that's prison, man. The floors look clean. Wow. But this is what he posts just in. There is a 9-day hunger strike still going strong at the Florida Alligator Alcatraz illegal alien facility per NBC. Several are refusing to eat. This comes after Governor Ron DeSantis, and this is the real reason why they're probably doing this hunger strike, revealed they complained the ham sandwiches are cold, among other claims. Another complaint was that they had to brush their teeth right next to the toilets. Guys, any prison you go into, they have that toilet bowl with the hand washing station above it. That is standard in every prison. Every prison across the country. Democrats never complain about that. Never. But newsflash, man. Ham sandwiches are always cold. Yeah, we're feeding these people, man. They shouldn't be getting gourmet meals. None whatsoever, man. Ham sandwiches, hey, sounds good to me. Look here, man. This comment right here. I'm supposed to care that the ham sandwiches are cold. It's a detention center. If you don't like it, you shouldn't have come here illegally. Yeah, my point exactly. The Air Doherty says, I cannot believe that was an actual complaint. Yeah. And they have been complaining about the sandwiches, man. I talked about that in other videos. Yeah. Look here. Remind them about how American citizen protesters were treated for January 6th. Yeah. I mean, it looks like a what? This guy's in a 3x5 cell, something like that right there. Yeah. Yeah, right here. This is what I'm talking about right here. This person says, oh, cry me an effing river. You broke the law. You don't get to complain about the chef. And for the record, these are the toilets used in prisons all over the United States to this very day. Yeah, right here. You have the toilet. You have your hand washing station. This is standard. Standard. I mean, if this guy gets shipped to South Sudan, I can only imagine the conditions there. Yeah. Another one here. They get cold ham sandwiches. No fair. They gave us January 6th political prisoners sweaty bologna that turned green after only a few hours. The bread was wet and the cheese wouldn't melt in the microwave. It just turned black and blistered. I would have loved a cold ham sandwich. Yeah. Yeah. I literally do not care. I could not care any less than I do. You broke into our country illegally. We're giving you free sandwiches. Shut up and get deported. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. This man should have self-deported. That's what he should have did. But oh no, he didn't want to do that. Now he's finding out. Ended up in the hospital, and now he's in Alligator Alcatraz, and he knows he's getting deported. The mainstream media can't save him. No one can save him. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.